prepare to have your mind blown. Today, we're diving into a world of unbelievable facts that are, surprisingly, absolutely true. These are the stories that sound made up, the truths that stretch the limits of belief, yet they're all real. So sit tight, because reality is about to get stranger than fiction. Imagine a bird so tough that it can survive being frozen solid. North America's wood frog simply does this freezing stiff in winter, ceasing its heartbeat and respiration, then thawing out in springtime and hopping away as if nothing unusual had happened. Nature's survival miracle defies everything we think we know about life. Now consider this. One cloud weighs more than 1 million pounds. Looks light and wispy, but all that enormous weight just floats over us. It's a mind-bending reminder that things are not always as they seem, and nature's strength is a scale much larger than human impulse. Here's a spooky one. It rains fish on Earth. That is, yes, real fish fall from the sky every year in Honduras, during some strange weather phenomenon called lluvia de peces. Speculations still exist regarding what causes the phenomenon, but it's an event that makes you wonder what else the world is just waiting to find out right before our eyes. Let us switch topics to something that is highly ancient. Cleopatra, the fabled Egyptian queen, was closer in time to the moon landing than to the Great Pyramid construction. It's a dizzying perspective that packs thousands of years of the past into a few astonishing centuries. Discussing history, here's one about trees that might change the way you look at the whole world. One organism in Oregon is a fungus that covers 4 square miles beneath the ground, older than any tree, and among the biggest organisms in the world. This vast mushroom colony grows undetected under our feet, quietly unstoppable. And now for a story that tugs at the heartstrings. The shortest war in history lasted only 38 minutes. The Anglo-Zanzibar War, in 1896, had one side surrendering barely before even a shot was fired. The fact that the war was short reminds us that sometimes wars can end almost immediately after they begin, changing history in the blink of an eye. Here is an astonishing fact about technology. A supercomputer once bested a Nobel Prize-winning physicist at his own job. In 2019, AI resolved a 50-year-old particle physics problem more quickly than was ever possible for humans too, and that could be the shape of things to come in terms of discovery. At other times, the incredible is masked in mundane objects. Bananas are berries, yet strawberries are not. Botany contradicts culinary sense, instructing us that food classification can be completely flipped when science is in charge. And finally, a journey to the skies. Venus rotates in the opposite direction to Earth, so the sun rises in the west and sets in the east on Venus. Even planets are subject to weirdness. So space is stranger and more complicated than we might suppose. Buckle up for a paradox of speed and magnitude, the planet's fastest land animal. The cheetah accelerates from 0 to 60 miles an hour, in 3 seconds quicker than most cars. The speed combined with athletic grace is nature's finest sprinting masterpiece. In the world of human senses, there is a smell that no human can smell. The planet itself gives off a small gas that people cannot smell, but some creatures utilize to find their way and locate fresh water. What is unseen and unheard still affects life all around us in deep ways. Here's a mind-blowing coincidence. Albert Einstein's brain was stolen upon his death by the pathologist performing the autopsy. The brain went missing for decades, stolen illegally, and chunks of it ended up in secret caches. A strange tale of genius, intrigue, and ethics. Imagine a building on water and not sinking. It can be done. The San Francisco Millennium Tower is sinking and tilting. But engineers now know how to support such gargantuan buildings, defying gravity and geology in an instant. Modern-day architecture is a science fiction novel made real. Back to nature, octopuses have blue blood and 3 hearts, and they can taste with their arms. These alien-like creatures make us appreciate the enormity and richness of life forms on our own planet, and what it means to be alive. Unbelievable as it may seem, there exists a jellyfish that lives forever, scientifically immortal. The Toratopsis dohrnii is able to reverse its cells back to their earliest stage, beginning its life cycle again and again, thus ignoring death and aging in the natural world. Did you know that humans and bananas share about 60% of the same DNA? This astonishing shared heritage demonstrates the common origin of all living organisms, the genetic bond between you and the fruit dish in the most unexpected manner. Here's a piece of history that will astound you. In the Great Emu War in Australia, humans lost a battle to birds. The government's move to cull emu numbers using the military was unsuccessful when the birds turned out to be surprisingly resistant and elusive. Nature sometimes has the last laugh. Here's a creepy natural fact. There's a lake in Tanzania that turns animals to stone. The alkaline waters of Lake Natron calcified birds and bats, petrifying them for eternity. Nature's eerie museum frozen in time. Ever catch a whiff of popcorn-scented rain? It's out there. After lightning storms, the air can smell like popcorn due to chemical reactions in the air. Smells from nature are as surprising as the weather itself. Back to technology and human extent, the Voyager 1 spaceship is now over 14 billion miles from Earth, traveling in interstellar space. It's the most distant and longest-lived human explorer, carrying messages from Earth to the stars. We have just seen how incredible reality can get, from the wonders of nature to human accomplishments and strange coincidences. These facts downsize our perceptions and tell us that the universe has a lot of surprises waiting for us. If these mind-bending facts raised questions and admiration, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with everyone who loves being amazed at reality's wonders. Keep asking questions, keep searching, because reality is stranger than fiction. Thanks for watching.